y'all, and welcome back to the channel. Okay, so this is going to be a really short video because you probably saw in the thumbnail that there's something going on. Yesterday we got the call. We got the call! Yay! We are 100% licensed approved. Oh my gosh, I actually started like crying a little bit. I wouldn't say it was not an ugly cry, but I was definitely like, oh my god, that's so great. And the CPS caseworker, who's not our actual one, it's just the one that helped us get licensed, the one that helped us get licensed. I can't speak right now. I haven't even had coffee yet. And I've got so much going on today, so I had to like quickly get this recorded. No editing, no bells and whistles. I love the honesty comments, by the way, guys. Thank you so much. Like, you're really not going to insult me. Sorry, I'm pet sitting, so I'm waiting for them to come inside. Hi. Okay. Come on. We're dog boarding. Oh, all right. Anyway, but thank you guys for many of you who do comment. I love it. I love it so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, that is a really bright light. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry, I'm gonna like move over here just a little bit. Okay, y'all got to see the raw and honest deal here. But thank you so much. I don't take offense so long as your comments are nice or they're constructive criticism. I mean, they're ugly comments. I'm just like, please. But thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate that. You know, part of being a YouTube influencer, even though, you know, I am trying to spread foster care awareness, adoption awareness, I don't know, I'm always experimenting and I'm always trying new and different things. So thank you guys so much for just being very raw and honest with me. But yes, so finally we are licensed, we are approved. I'm honestly glad Sean was right, because I was very like nervous, and I would say I was scared because I was just like, what's gonna happen? So we are. So now you're probably wondering, because I got this all yesterday when we were like mass texting everybody who's been praying for us and lifting us up. Everybody's question is, well, what now? What next? Like, how does this work? Okay, so our license is, now I've got a shadow. I don't like, oh my gosh. Okay, so our license is solely geared to, or for, legal risk children or straight adopt children. Okay, so what is legal risk? Legal risk is where, so when children are removed, let me just, I need to go back and explain kind of the whole system here. So when children are removed by CPS and they're placed into a foster home, there's a couple of ways of how this will work. When children are removed from CPS and they're placed into a foster home, the parent or parents are giving, in Texas, I need to make sure I put that disclaimer here. In Texas, they're given 1 year, 12 months. Now, 99.9% of the time, they will, the parents or the parent, depending on who's involved in the child's, who was involved in the child's environment before they were removed. 99.9% of the time in Texas, there will be a 6 months extension, which will bring the 12-month case, or 12-month deadline over to 18 months. So at that point, if the parent or parents are not working their plan, they're not where the judge wants them to be with their plan, then the judge will move for TPR, is termination parental rights. And that is a very, there are a lot of foster parents, there are a lot of adopt-only parents through the state who rejoice. But there are many who don't, because it's a bittersweet situation. Because you have to, the reality is very hard. Because you're realizing that although you're rejoicing because you've had those children in your home, you have fallen in love with them, you have poured yourself into them, You've bonded with them. I mean, there has been this amazing relationship and connection that has been, formed and bonded with the child or children. But the parent or parents are losing their rights to their child. Ergo, they're losing their child. And there are a lot of people out there who, without really having full knowledge of how trauma and PTSD is a genetic issue, it actually carries over from one family member to another. It is involving epigenetics. So if you have time and a little desire to go read up on some psychology, go Google epigenetics and really understand how psychologists and psychiatrists are discovering now that trauma that occurred maybe several generations back can actually carry over. And it causes a change in your genes where you're more likely to respond to addictive behaviors as a coping mechanism regarding stressful situations. So I throw all of this out there not to give you guys a lesson and not to try to lecture. It's just so complicated when you're dealing with a child who's about to lose access to their parents because their parents committed a crime. They either were addicted to drugs, they probably committed a crime with the law. But I'm not saying that the parents are not at fault, but I'm saying from a compassion standpoint that many of these people come from hard places themselves. Many of them were foster children themselves. And although the system, you will hear that the system is broken, and there are many broken pieces to the system. But as a whole, as I get to know more and more people in the system, and I get to see more and more of the system, there is a lot that needs to be fixed. But at the same time, there are a lot of people who are still striving to do what's right for the kid. So this was a little bit long-winded, but that is to try to explain to you that once a child experiences TPR, termination parental rights, they will then be broadcasted out to homes like us who are dual licensed for foster care and adoption. We will not be receiving what's considered an emergency placement call because that's not what we've licensed our home for, because we are seeking and, well, really desiring more permanency. Our wait is going to be much longer. So as we are waiting, and if we are to get any placement calls, I will definitely involve you guys in that process. But until then, I will continue to provide different steps along the way in understanding and awareness and education about foster care and adoption. All right, guys, well, thank you so much for coming along for today. Thank you for following us on this journey. We have, as you can imagine, now that we're licensed, many more exciting things to come. And I am going to be talking a little bit about my business in some of my vlogs, just a little bit, because my goal for my business is for it to help the channel so that I can really extend my content for you guys, but also so I can try to give back to the foster care and adoption community. All right, guys, well, thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of the week and weekend, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.